Hello everybody. So on the 22nd of October I wanted to make a live stream again about the next Inktober. Excuse me for my voice. It's early in the morning, I'm still at my cup of coffee to record this voiceover. Sometimes that's the cool part of being a freelancer. You always have the risk of not having any work or not having any commissions, not earning any money. But then again, if you feel like it, you can also take your laptop on your lap, sit in your bed and work from bed, which is also quite cool. So today is one of these days. As I was saying, I wanted to make a live video of this drawing that you can see here, but my internet connection failed on me on the 22nd, so it is the drawing from 2 days ago, and I just got around to make the voiceover today. It's the same procedure as with the last time-lapse of Inktober art. It's a collaborative Inktober done during the Kickstarter campaign of the Smosh Mosh miniseries. I'm just going to leave the link in the description box below like last time. If you want to know what Smosh Mosh is, just click on it. So since I already started to talk a little bit about my freelance life, I think I'm going to take this opportunity and for once make less promotion for some Kickstarter or Redbubble stuff that I'm selling and just tell you a little bit about my experience so far of being freelancer. I've been very lucky that, well, it's my first year, and I've been very lucky that there's a bigger film studio who sometimes needs a little bit of animation from my part, so I get a lot of commissions there from time to time. I had 2 other small animation projects, one that was in preparation also to get funding like the Kickstarter for Smosh Mosh. It's a different project and still in development. So the funny thing is sometimes you take, like if you're a freelance artist and you have like me this craft of animation, you take a job when the project is still in, if it hasn't really started yet, it's like in pre-production. So very often you get asked to help on trailer or sketches or development to raise some funding, and they cannot guarantee you that the project will continue. So I had some of these, and I'm still sitting here and hoping that funding will pass, that pre-production will get accepted, and that they will continue in 2019, for example, so that they can say, hey, project, it's a done deal, we're going to make it, we're going into production, we need an animator. So you're always looking for commissions, you're always waiting for productions to start, at least in my case, you're waiting for productions to start. And during that time you have to do also something else. So I tried to branch out to Redbubble. I have a few ideas on how to generate more illustrations and designs that are more specific for Redbubble, because I have to admit I have made a few sales with just drawing my art and then thinking, this design could be well on a cup or on a t-shirt. But I think that will work much better if you sit down and you think of a design that you want to have on the Redbubble product, or like a specific collection of designs so that you can have multiple in the same style and work on it that way. So I try to generate some income there, as well as my Patreon. Times it's more, at times it's less. I think that's going to be one work of me today, the revision of my Patreon, because I want to get rid of the sketch supporter tier, because I don't see me doing that anymore. I will still finish the rewards that are necessary for September and October, and then I think I'll have to see what's going to come next. And then recently I had an exhibition of just my paintings. Like sometimes I get lucky, I have to apply to, well, I am applying to galleries and cafes and all stuff with just my normal drawings and paintings, hoping to get a place to exhibit stuff. And I had one exhibition now in fall, and I even sold some stuff there. So that's also an income I'm having. So this is kind of like all this together is what I do, where I generate my money from. It's like commission pieces in animation, commission pieces in illustration. Very often it's like also I make some furry fan art or furry artwork for people who want their personas drawn, selling my art via Etsy or via galleries or cafes. And then the passive, well, it's not so passive as people tell you it is. It's actually at the beginning quite a lot of work. It's going to become passive income is Redbubble and Patreon. Yeah. So there's the list on how I survive as a human being that needs to generate money so that I can consume and pay my bills, still do my art. If you have any questions, I'm always open to hear them, to read them, or I'm always going to try to answer you. So just leave them in the comment box below or visit me on Instagram or something. And yeah, just don't be shy. I hope you liked this little time-lapse video. And I will see you next time. Bye!